What's up, my party people, and welcome to Dance Dish, where the dance ends and the dish begins. I'm your host, the one and only Brooklyn J. But before we get started, let's say what's up to my live studio audience. Yes. What's up, y'all? What's up? All right, so I'm sitting here with some iconic people, all right? Fiercer than me, okay? And that says a lot. All right, so let's get started with Eddie Garcia. The fierce Danielle Ortiz. And the beautiful Maria China. All right, so we were talking about Vegas and living our best lives in Vegas.
Yes.
And I think I heard you said you had a very magical something happened about some tigers and bears. Oh my. Can you please tell us that? Because I'm dying to hear it.
So Las Vegas, for me in my life, was a really magical place. I went for 4 days and met a producer on the airplane who at the end of the flight put on a Queen Mary Jazz Festival producer jacket. I was like, you're a producer? Here's my picture. Here's my resume.
Living.
And I got off the plane and my brother was like, he's flying coach. Like, he's nobody. So that night, I went to this male strip review with my girlfriends, and as they're, during the show, they announced that famous producer Breck Wall and famous showgirl Jacqueline Duguay are in the audience, and I was a little drunk with my Long Island iced teas, and I go to the table and I'm like, hi, I'm Maria China, I'm a dancer, and I just got here from Buffalo, and they're like, okay, and he said, take her to see Michael tomorrow and have him audition her for me. So I get to the Landmark Hotel, I don't know who Michael is, but it's Michael Darren. And Cold Hearted Snake and Michael Darren.
So
and I get to the showroom, and he was rehearsing in the showroom, and the dance captain was Tiger Martina, who was like the only male dancer from Buffalo, New York. Like, he was a legend. So I was so excited, and I did the audition, and he said, great, come back, go tomorrow and meet the producer. If he likes you, we'll hire you. So that day I get home, and on the machine is the guy from the airplane. And he says, go see my buddy Ben Morgan. He's producing a show at the Landmark. If he likes you, he'll hire you. It was the same guy.
So fast.
And I got the job.
Oh my God.
And I called my parents and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to Nag University. I'm a showgirl. And they were like, what? And yeah, it was a whole thing. So that's how I started. My last show was for Siegfried and Roy.
How was that?
It was quite magical.
Was it dangerous?
It was a little bit dangerous, but not that dangerous. Steve Wynn was opening the Mirage, and I remember we were all lined up on the stage, and Mr. Wynn came.
Oh.
And all these dancers, and he was going down, hello, nice to meet you, hello, nice to meet you. And he came to me and I was like, are you having fun yet, Mr. Wynn? Is this fun for you?
That's like a showgirl moment,
It was totally a showgirl moment. But that show was amazing because it was all these West End people. It was John Caird, who did Les Mis, and Trevor Nunn, Les Mis and Miss Saigon, and John Napier was the designer and director who did Starlight Express and Cats, and the talent and the people that were on that show were just absolutely incredible. They painted the wardrobe on my body. Literally, John Napier painted the unitard while I was wearing it. So I did that show, and I disappeared twice nightly. Who can say that? But one funny story from that is, and I was really, really young, like I was a baby. They asked me to do an illusion called the origami box. And the origami box, Here in My Japanese World was the song, so they cut my hair into a Japanese bob, dyed it black, and I'd come out in a kimono and I'd dance with a fan down the passerella. And then there would be this tiny box on the stage, on the tabletop, and then they would unfold this box. And then I'd scoop down and I'd dance, and I'd stand up on top of the box, and then I'd waft down and disappear into the box, hand the fan away, and then they would fold the box back up into this tiny little box and then put swords through it.
Right, and you were supposed to be in the box.
And then they spin it around, and then they take swords out, and voila, they unfold it, and I come out in a different kimono. So it was pretty exciting.
Very sickening.
The show was really late opening, super late, like months late opening, so it was very stressful. We had a very small invited guest audience, and my costume hadn't arrived yet. And so they gave me the old costume, which had this thick rickracking on this like trim. And I was tall. I was much taller than the girl my predecessor who had done this illusion. So I do this thing, I get up on the box, I get in the box, and of course adrenaline's high, and you're breathing, and you're a little more nervous because there's an audience, and I get inside, and I can't expand my chest because if I do, I'll reveal the illusion. And all of a sudden I hear, "She's too fat!
No.
She's too fat!" And mind you, I'm like 106 pounds. So, and I'm like, and I can't move, and he's like, and Roy's going, "Siegfried, calm down. She's too fat, Roy, she's too fat." And so I'm like, oh my God, and the music stops, and there's an audience, and then they unfold the box, and I stand up, and he hands me my fan, and I'm in my red kimono, and I'm like,
like crying.
and I dance off, and I get to the dressing room, and I sob, I just sob. And then there was a knock on my door. "Siegfried would like to see you."
Oh.
So I'm like, and I go in, and he says, "I hear you're upset with me." And I was like, "You think? You think?" He's like, okay. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And you're very, very beautiful, and you're a very beautiful dancer, and I'm very happy to have you in our company. Please forgive me." And I was like, okay. "But we're going to replace you because you're too big. You're just too big." And I was like, "I'm too big. It's okay." And so they did.
No.
And I was okay, because you have to take the good with the bad.
Right.
And it teaches you a lot. And it really had nothing to do with me. I was too big. I was too tall.
Let's toast to not being eaten alive, making Vegas so fun, and to Dance Dish.
To Dance Dish.
Work it, kids. 5, 6, 7, 8.